friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I kind of wanted to do the ride or die makeup challenge, and that is just because I wanted to do it. I've been meaning to put up an actual makeup tutorial, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. The editing process, my computer broke, so I figured I'd film this on my phone really quick, so hopefully the quality is not horrible. So we're just gonna start out with just kind of, I liked this a lot. I actually just kind of found this tag. I know it might be a little old, but it was, if you were on a desert island, what makeup would you bring if you could only bring one of each thing? So I really liked this and it was actually a lot harder than I thought because I love makeup so much. So it's been a little bit tricky for some of them, and then some of them are like very obvious. So we're just gonna start with primer. For primer, I love, this is like ride or die, the Milk Makeup Cooling Stick. I know this isn't technically a primer, so I guess I'm cheating, but I use this every single day. It has helped my under eye circles tremendously. It has made such a huge difference, and it's cheaper than the Blur Stick, which I love because I tried the Blur Stick and I didn't think it really did too much, but this is awesome. It's really, really, really cold. You put it on your skin and it just hydrates your face and wakes you up, and I find that my makeup looks really, really good when I set my entire face with this, not just my under eyes. So that is definitely ride or die primer. And then next we have foundation. Obviously it is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am the shade Vanilla, and this is just, I think the thing that came down to it when I was picking these products is like what just consistently works for me. This consistently has always worked for me. This just works for my face. I have combination skin. My T-zone is very oily and my outer face is very dry. And this has consistently always worked with everything ever. I am obsessed with it. When I don't have it, I get very anxious because I don't feel like my foundation will look super good. And I just absolutely adore this stuff. So this is definitely like ride or die for sure, if I had to pick. For concealer, now this is tricky because I was going to pick a different Tarte one, but I've decided that this one is definitely my favorite. It's the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I am in the shade Light Neutral. This stuff is so, I tried the Shape Tape for a really long time and it was okay, but then I tried this. This covers so much more than the Shape Tape ever did. This just completely conceals every imperfection on your face, and it's super full coverage, super great. I absolutely I love this stuff. I'm absolutely obsessed with this stuff. I talk about this to everybody that wants a concealer recommendation. This is the one I recommend because it's just like awesome. And I love it too because I have crinkly under eyes and it doesn't crease. When I put it on my under eyes, it just completely like conceals the little crinkles, which I love. So next, let's see. Oh, setting powder. It's the Laura Mercier. I have no idea how to say her last name, but it's the Laura Mercier setting spray or setting powder. This stuff is bomb. I have the translucent one. It works so well. It's so good. It just like, it's one thing that I feel like was genuinely truly hyped up to be exactly what I wanted it to be. It was just so perfect. Set my face beautifully. I had no issues. Like, I absolutely love it. I use it primarily in my under eyes, and I set the rest of my face with the Kat Von D contour palette. But for everything else, this is like ride or die. This stuff is awesome. So next we have contour. So I didn't pick the Kat Von D contour. I did pick the Cocoa Contour by Too Faced, and I did it for a specific reason. The Kat Von D one I think is definitely more geared toward people who have cool skin tones, which is totally fine, but I cannot use cool tone bronzers or cool tone contours because I have very, very, very warm skinned face. So if I put that on, it looks like dirt. But with this Cocoa Contour, first of all, I feel like there's a lot more product. I've used this significantly longer than my Kat Von D, and I haven't even come close. I'm not even close to hitting pan yet. And I feel like there is a cool tone shade, but these three are very warm tone, whereas the Kat Von D, there's only one that's actually warm tone and the rest are more cool tone. So I'm definitely a huge fan of this Cocoa Contour, and it smells like chocolate, always. I love this Cocoa Contour set. It's a little bit cheaper than the Kat Von D too, which I like, and it just always, it always works for me. It makes my skin look really warm and a really healthy glow. So I am a huge fan of the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. If I was on a desert island and I could only, although if you were on a desert island, I don't know why you'd be bringing makeup with you, but like, we're just ignoring that. So now we have the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is for sure my ride or die bronzer. This stuff is, okay, I hit pan a few days ago and I'm very sad about it. because I don't want to have to buy a new one. But this is just so incredible. This almost got beat out by the Hoola bronzer, the little like Hoola from Benefit. But I haven't been using it long enough to call it a ride or die, and this I have been using since I basically started doing my makeup. So this is definitely a ride or die bronzer. I love this because every time I put it on, I know exactly what I'm gonna get. It gives me, it's not too dark, it's not too orangey, it's warm toned without being orange, which is very hard to find in a bronzer. So this is definitely top of the line, and it's really cheap. It's only like $14, and I actually got that on sale when it was only $9. If you wait at, especially at Rite Aid, they always have really good deals. Okay, sorry I'm talking so much, my throat is getting so dry, like YouTuber probs. For blush, I did pick this is like kind of a weird one to pick, but for whatever reason, I hit pan, I started hitting pan today, and I'm really sad. For whatever reason, this blush is just so perfect. I'm gonna get the full size when this runs out. It is the Tarte 12-Hour Amazonian Clay Blush and Party. I actually got this for, it actually says that it goes party. It's just gorgeous, like pinky nude color, and for whatever reason, I got it for my birthday gift at Sephora. It's one of the ones you can get this year, and for whatever reason, it just works absolutely perfectly with my skin tone. Makes my skin look so, like, the pink is just like not too intense and not too pigmented, but pigmented enough that it gives you like some color to your face. I absolutely am obsessed with this blush. I think it's so awesome. I actually bought a bunch of the Amazonian Clay blushes after this because this one was so good, and they're all amazing, but this one is still definitely my favorite just because of the color. But the Amazonian Clay blushes from Tarte, formula-wise, are, in my opinion, the best formula because they're pigmented while not being too pigmented. When you get into like the Too Faced Love blushes, which I also like, but they're just very, very, very pigmented. And you have to like bash out your brush 75 times before you put it on your face, unless you want very intense pink cheeks, which is never what I want. So with that being said, that's why the Tarte one definitely takes the cake for me for a ride or die. So next, we can talk about eyebrows. I picked the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is $3 at the drugstore. It's so good. If you don't want to pay $18 for a pomade, this is a great alternative, and this is what I've been using again since I started doing my makeup way back when. And this has always, always, always worked for me. This is 100% ride or die. This is so great. I just love this stuff. I think this is awesome. And I can't travel without it. I can't go anywhere without it. This is definitely the best eyebrow stuff I have. So after that we have, palettes were hard. Palette and highlighter were two of my hardest, and I think it's because I have so many palettes and highlighters that it's just really hard. I had a couple of like contenders, but I think that this one wins. I don't know, I'm nervous. This is like a huge commitment, but it would be the Tartelette in Bloom palette from Tarte Cosmetics. A lot of Tarte in here, surprisingly. I'm gonna blind you with the mirror, but this is what the inside looks like if you haven't already seen it. Most people have. The reason I picked this one is because if I ever have a day where I'm just sitting here staring at all my palettes, like which one am I gonna use today? What one do I think is like the quickest, easiest, can make a good look? I always grab this one. This one just consistently has always been really, really great for me. It always works for me, and I just love it. This is a really, really good palette. This is a very, anybody, if you're gonna get any palette and you're like a new to makeup and you need like a high-end palette and you really want one, this is a phenomenal choice, for sure. So, just dropped. So after that, we'll do lashes, I guess. I picked the Lights Camera Lashes mascara from Tarte. So much Tarte. And this is the holographic Make Believe in Yourself edition, but I also have the plain one as well. This is just so good. It just really lengthens and gives you volume to your lashes all day. It lasts all day. I don't use fake lashes, so I try to make sure I get maximum volume with my normal lashes. And this just does a great job. The spoolie is great, so it separates it really easy. I rarely have to go in with another spoolie and really separate them. This is just a really, really, really awesome mascara. I love this. And the packaging is beautiful now that I have the little Make Believe in Yourself one. Alright, next for eyeliner, I picked the Tarte Man Eater eyeliner. I think this is the last Tarte product, I promise. And the cool thing about this, and the reason I love it so much, is number one, it's very precise. You can kind of see it's a really precise thing. And the cap is cool because it self-sharpens. So when you close it, you twist it, and then it sharpens it for you. So every time I pull it out, it's a really fresh point. It's really great. I'm a huge fan of this. I think this is a really good product. I actually got it during 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. It was on sale for like $7. And this was a great purchase because I think eyeliners are a little bit hard. I find that when I put it on, it stays on all day. Well, for most of the day at least. I know with a lot of eyeliners, I get like the raccoon eyes, and that just stays in place all day, and it's great. So I love that one. For liquid eyeliner, we have the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is like an obvious, I feel. This is kind of everyone's ride or die. It works great. It's like a little paintbrush. It makes your eyes look so good. I'm already really horrible at liquid eyeliner. I don't think I'm alone in that. Not a lot of people are super great at it. So with this, it just makes it so much easier. I can just do what I gotta do and then leave. It doesn't make it too complicated. It doesn't make things crazy. I can do a very fine little line and then I'm good. So this is definitely ride or die. Just throw it. Next we have, for liquid lipstick, I picked the Kylie Cosmetics in Dolce K. This was the first liquid lipstick I ever purchased, ever. And I only bought it because everybody was like, Kylie Jenner. Like, I was one of the first people to order one of the original, this is one of the original 4 she came out with. And when I first got it, I hated it because I thought it made my lips look blue. And I thought it was so ugly, and I was like, this is just like, this isn't me. I don't wear nudes because I wasn't really into makeup yet. And now this is like, I'm almost out of it, and I'm gonna have to like reorder it because it's so good. It's just a great formula. It goes on my lips super well. It's the perfect nude in my opinion. Whenever I'm doing a nude lip, this is one I go for. And it's just great. I love it. Ride or die. My first real liquid lipstick. This is my first like high-end product. Okay, so for highlighter, I actually forgot to pull a highlighter. Just one second. I'm just gonna scrounge through my little box of stuff. Ooh, yeah. Let me just make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Yeah, it's gonna have to go to the Wet n Wild Mega Glow. This is just, I think it changes probably once a month for me with highlighters, but for right now, this, you can see how much I've been using it since I bought it. It's in the shade Petals, I think. It's like Princess Petals or something. This just is the perfect highlighter for me. It matches my skin tone perfectly and gives me a really, I can layer it really a lot and give myself an intense glow, or I can do just a little bit and do a subtle glow. And it's only $4 at the drugstore. I don't think you need to buy expensive things to have nice things. I think if you really look and you work through it, you can find really cheap, awesome dupes. And this is definitely a really cheap option for people who want to glow. Okay, we're coming to the end, guys. I'm sorry, this is a long video. We have the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. This is my setting spray that I use every day. It works really well for me. Again, setting spray is one of those things that I don't actually think has a purpose. I understand that people say it does. I think it's a conspiracy. I don't think it has a purpose. That's just me. I don't know. So I still use it, but I don't want to spend $25. Also, am I the only one that when you buy makeup, you just want to buy fun things? I feel like I never want to buy like primer or like setting spray. I would rather buy like a crazy eyeshadow palette or like cool highlighters and like, I don't know. I just like to buy fun things when I go makeup shopping. So this is something that I paid $6 or $7 for, and it works really well. It makes me feel like a professional YouTuber. So there's that. Finally, I didn't have lashes, but I did want to add in my favorite scent just because I am a huge scent fan. I have tons of perfumes. I collect samples like crazy. Every time I order off Sephora or Ulta, I always pick the fragrance option or pick all the fragrances that you can get. I use my points to buy fragrances. I love fragrances. And this is actually, I got this as a splurge for Christmas from my mom. And it is the Coco Mademoiselle Chanel Paris. It is really expensive, so I'm hesitant to talk about it, but this is just the absolute best. Oh, it smells so good. I think I like it because it smells like a rich old lady, which sounds like a weird thing to say about your favorite perfume, but it just smells like you have, it just smells like classy. It smells elegant, and I love that. I think sometimes I don't always have a look about me that's very elegant because I wear shirts with holes in them, and but this is definitely my favorite all-time scent. Oh, it smells so good. The Marc Jacobs Daisy is also another one I love, but that Mademoiselle Chanel That is a nice one. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's everything. That's all my ride or die products. If I was ever stranded on a desert island and you guys knew where I was, if you would send me these, I would appreciate it. And that's pretty much all for today's video. I really hope you guys like it. I'm excited to start making more videos, and if you would like, you can subscribe here, I don't know. You can subscribe, and you can join the squad, and we can all be friends. We can all hang out and talk about makeup, because that's all I really want, is to just talk about makeup with people. Okay, so thank you so much, and I hope you guys like this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye!